Okay, and we're live. Thank you so much, guys, for waiting. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Wanted to give it a little bit of time. Get a packed chat. You'll see why in just a second. Also getting everything set up just right for this stream. What a special stream. What a special day. Oh, yay, what a special day. And we are here, and we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to VKH Live. I'm your host, Jeff DeWitt. Look at the chat. The chat is on screen. Look at this chat full of LM.C fans. Look at this great chat. How's everybody doing? Good, good. Okay, awesome. So this is the this is going to be the LM.C listening party for Future Sensation. So yeah, LM.C had Future Sensation come out, their latest album on 8/8. They're the progenitors of 8/8. They own 8/8 as far as I think most people should rightly be concerned. But everybody else also decided to release on 8/8 as well. So we picked them and got a review out for them like as soon as it came out. I loved the album. I was a huge fan of it. And then we did like a quick casual stream kind of talking about the review. But then we also did a bunch of listening parties for other artists. And you guys reached out to me and said, hey, we want to stream for LM.C too. So thank you for reaching out to me because I wasn't sure if you would be interested since I'd already reacted to it for the review. So that's good to know for the future. So, and I'm sorry it took so long, but we got there. We got there, and it's a great way to wrap up August. And I will not lie, I have been looking forward to this stream for quite a while. So... yeah, for those of you who are new and you don't know how this goes, so these are like a listen along stream. In the future, after this stream is over, I'm going to put out an article. This is kind of going to be recorded and posted just as you're going to be able to have this as like a backing track basically for the album. So you're just going to play this video. I'm going to say when to start and stop. And what you're going to do is with your own music, like in an MP3 player or, on iTunes or whatever, you're going to like start and stop the music that way. And we're going to react to each song. There's not going to be a ton of reaction this time around because everybody here is we've kind of heard it already. So this is more just to celebrate and stuff like that. But you're going to see all kinds of funny reactions from the LM.C fans in the chat. They're always very fun to watch. So to see, they have very good spirit. But yeah, most importantly, I really want LM.C fans. I want to have them on their best display because they've been an absolute joy to have in our Discord, in our live streams and everything like that. So yeah, I think the rest of the world should know how great LM.C's international fans are, and maybe we'll see if we can get it over to them. So yeah, just setting up one last thing. So one request I do need from the audience. I was going to pick it myself, but then I was like, no. Can one of you guys link me your favorite LM.C meme? Not meme, GIF. Respectful GIF. It can be respectful meme GIF. We're going to use it in the stream. I have one for the swing set LM.C, or I had it. But I figured there might want to be a new one that you would want to. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Yeah, a GIF, not a meme. I misspoke. Freudian slip. Yeah, you can send it to me in Discord. You can post it in the chat. Tag me in the VKH Live Discord. Either or. But Delta's got a stash of gifts. Wait, what about a GIF? My connection is bad. Oh, I'm asking for anybody to send me like their favorite GIF to use for LM.C. I want a favorite GIF. I can say it. I promise. So don't donate on Streamlabs until we have this set up, because I definitely want to. I want that to go. But I'm gonna play it as a test anyway. But I want to see what you guys pick. It'll be good. So, yeah. Let's see. In the meantime, let me grab a few more things to get ready. Yes. We are good to go. So yeah, listening party. Let's do it for sure. I will go ahead and I know I asked some of you guys this beforehand, but why don't you tell me like your favorite song off of Future Sensation and your favorite song by LM.C in general. That'll be interesting if it's like the same thing just twice every time. Because man, I got the vibe from you guys that you guys really enjoyed the album. You guys looked shook. You guys seemed shook when it first came out. I saw some posts and things like that. You were shook in the good way. Good shook. Nothing, all exclamation marks. For anyone who's not familiar, nothing is a song. It's not that there's no nothing favorite. So Hollow Hotel, Liar Liar. And in general, it's Yellow Beauty. I don't know if I've heard that one, actually. So I'm still combing through the edges of their discography. LM.C fans have been pretty good about getting me hip to all the cool kid LM.C tracks and stuff. So, let me check Discord real quick. See where people are at. See if I got a GIF yet. Otherwise, we can go ahead and start. It's fine. But let's see. I might actually have a backup GIF. Because I had picked a few. I picked a few for sure. So, let me see if I can switch to a more appropriate background here. Perfect. Yeah. Wanted that just right. There's a more generic background there. I wanted to turn everything LM.C themes. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started with the listening party. And in the meantime, send me the GIF and all that. Yeah, I'll put something else in there for now, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I think we're all primed, pumped, ready to go. I hope you like my attire. This was like the punkiest thing I had. I'm not very good at punk explicitly, like the punky heart. So I have like the lame dirty hair, and then I have, or not dirty hair, but it's just a little, it's very thick. I need a haircut. And then with the backwards hat on top, to do the punk thing. It looks good on some people. It looks good on them. And then I have a skull shirt. So this is the best I can do. you know, I may just I may need to just go get some merch or something. But yeah, this is oh, that's a good one. I like that. Let's see. Awesome. Cool. Let me see if I can get this put right in. Can I get it put right in? You guys have good taste in the memes. Thick or extra thick? With spelled with C's. Hair is extra thick at this point. I would. It did definitely desperate need for that. So so did any of you guys go to the anime convention where LM.C performed? Which was at. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm losing the name. Anime Fest. It's like the most straightforward name I could remember. I'm drowning in anime conventions and dates right now. So, what was your guys' impression of? Was it your first time seeing them live? Hell yeah, I did. Yeah. Techo, sorry, not A Fest, or both, I guess. Techo and A Fest. Yeah, that's right. They did go to both. Yeah, we did some good streams. We had some good. Sounded like everybody was like over the moon about it. So that's always awesome. Awesome to see. On like a slightly personal note, though, I'll say this album actually got me through some troubles. It was a very crazy month, and just very hectic. So this kind of kept me based, kept me positive, and all of that. So yeah, it was good to see. It was good to have on hand there, you know, because it's like, you know, there's some other lighter sounds, but there's not. What the hell is going on with this GIF? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a thing on the side, but I think it's working. I think we're good. But yeah, you know, just having the nice pure Oshare happiness, and then like the danciness and everything. Let's test this and see how it goes. Do we have us a GIF? I see. Let me. All I want is the GIF. Test donation. How are we doing? There we go. But that's not it. Yeah, it looks like that GIF's not quite working. I can try something else. Sorry. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm having technical GIF issues, which I understand is like the least important part of this stream. So I will load it in. I'll get it sorted out. In the meantime, I think we've waited long enough. I think kind of get an idea of got a lot of people in the chat. I think we're good to go. So Jeff, I already donated on Streamlabs, so I can't use the GIF for my big one. I cry every time. I'll hit it a few times for you. I can launch it myself. So okay, good. Okay, wait. I think I got it. I think let's see. Did it come through? What's going on here? Let me refresh. And this is my natures. I'm just hell-bent on getting the GIF to work. All right, if it doesn't work, let me go through the Streamlabs real quick and see what you guys are saying. But then after that, I will go right into it. Figure out the GIF. All I wanted was a little community participation, you know. Just I wanted someone to send me a GIF, but clearly Streamlabs wants me to be antisocial. You know, they don't want audience participation, so that's okay. But yeah, so we're gonna have this whole chat up on stream, and Jesus, Cosmically Cosmic, thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, Cosmic. Now I have to get the GIF working. Cosmically Cosmic donated $88 and says 88 stream. 88 stream. Is it 8 out of 8 stream, Jeff? Oh my God, thank you so much. That's a lot. Thank you. Wow, geez, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm in about as good a mood as I'm ever gonna get. So let's go ahead and start with the best mood and the best everything. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's get started. Is everybody ready? So I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, play. And on play, I'm going to hit play. So your finger presses the button as I say play. Fuck, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Phased me out for a second. I'm literally going to dump GIFs on you, so you have them. Yeah, yeah. Please do. I have a local offline file folder that I'm compiling, but I need some for LM.C. Safest place to have all your stuff is local computer offline when you're streaming, at least. So, all right. Without further ado, Future Sensation listening party. We're warmed up. We're ready to go. We're ready to party. Let's see all those emojis in the chat. Let's see the avocados. Let's see the whatever all the choice ones are. But yep, let's go. First track is called In Future New Sensation. Starting 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, I was saying in my review, I really enjoyed the. They kind of have this raw take on. They have this raw take on the electronic music, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So it's not like perfectly produced. It's like it's more something you expect from a rave or you know, like the underground dance clubs and stuff. But then that's just like, it's just what they use by default, like for everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. But then they put a ton of like production and distortion value and effort into the guitar. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in this album. So also this part here, the low part, the all I picture is like running your hands on a synth piano. And then when it drops like this, I think about it for the higher one. Just like, I used to play piano. Yeah, it's interesting because it really lets you know something wild is about to go down. But then, as we'll see, it switches right into I'll see. I won't spoil it for anybody new. Okay, we'll pause it there. Yeah, so that was just the intro. I won't talk too much here. So yeah, it's gonna go right into Chain Dreamers, which is the PV track, and this is like cracks me up because it's only representative of itself really, and what it is its own. It is LM.C kind of the song in a lot of ways. You know, it's a very LM.C kind of song, but then the rest of the album, it's still very LM.C obviously, but it's so many different types of sounds. So like people walking into this album after just seeing the PV, it's like they have no idea what they're walking into, but it's all great. So we'll go ahead and start Chain Dreamers, track 2. So 3, 2, 1, go. And even in here, you hear the distortion on the guitar. I really like all the crazy stuff IG's doing with like distortion and like the production and stuff. But that guitar distortion, you'll keep hearing me harp on it. We're gonna talk about it on a stream, me and Winona at some point. I think that's a key formula of like the next generation of rock and roll, like the future. This is very, I said this could have been, I guess I said a Boruto opening. I don't actually, like anime opening, but I don't actually watch Boruto. So it would have been Naruto for me if they were still around. It's very, very positive. The way he's singing, it's like his voice is caught in his throat like he's crying, you know, or choking back tears. You know, adds another layer. But Visual K, like songs that sound like more of the anime opening type, they fit really well on Naruto, by the way. Like Mook had an outro. Let's test the donation now. All right, there we go, guys. We got it. We got us a GIF. Yeah, the reason I was making a fuss about it is because I know this is a different format from before also. So I wanted to let you guys know where it's showing up, so you know you're not you make sure you're seeing your GIF. So yeah, it's coming up over the iTunes window to the left of you guys, to the left of the chat. So it looks like that. Yes, I used your Bell the Cat GIF. Cool. Give him extra points. He said Mook, right? Yeah, I try. Yeah, I don't know if it was your fault that the GIFs were... I don't think it was your fault that the GIFs weren't working. I think it's one of the URLs or something. But I downloaded them. I don't know. I said this on the last stream. The internet's haunted today. At least for me. But I know it's not just me. Because I've been paying attention to Twitter. So things are glitching. I can't tell you, like the whole chat, like the chat that's on screen right now, a minute, like 2 minutes before I went live, it just like it popped out and covered the whole screen. So I had to put it back. We're gonna get to Haunted Hotel, and all the parts on the stream are just gonna like become animated and just start moving around. Okay, so yeah, that was Chain Dreamers. You know, band's really good at making that kind of a song when it's like they can really even get me hooked on it. Like, because I've heard them all, man. Because I reviewed this stuff, so like I hear all the most common archetypes. But then you got LM.C. They come out of nowhere with their own little punk take on it, and it's like I go from being like, you know, normally it's like, all right, another band wants to be in an anime, to listen to this. I'm like, this should be an opening for an anime. It is a crime if it is not. So Hollow Hotel, sorry, not Haunted Hotel. Yeah. So all right, let's jump into Virtual Quest. This is where things start getting like spicy, or like you're like, oh, what's going on now? So it's not like doesn't completely throw you for a loop, not just yet, but you start to see it. You're like, oh, what's going on here? This was like around the point in the album when Winona was messaging me that she was like, oh, I'm about this. So yeah, here we go. Virtual Quest track 3. 3, 2, 1, play. It's got that rockin' kind of cocky vibe going on to it, you know? Singing with attitude. So the thing that like trips me out about this song is, and I think if Asuka's in the chat, yes, Asuka's in the chat. You might notice this because like we're kind of similarly analytical, I think, from stuff I've seen you comment in the live chat. They do this trippy thing where you're not going to be able to tell the difference between the guitar and the synths, like the electronic music, because they make the electronics dirty and they make the guitars distorted and cleaner. And it'll get to a point even in here in this, like this early in the album, where it's just like you're not sure which is which. And there's even a point in here where they do it to the auto-tune on Maya's voice. And I know that's not by accident. Like that's too smart to have just been like, oh yeah, they could kind of sound the same. Yeah, it's hyper catchy. It's pretty amazing how they've been able to leverage the punk vibes or their punk influences and make it so damn catchy. That's like a lost art. It's a great song. I just love the others more. Yeah, it's kind of like a warm up, I think. If Chain Dreamers was the recap, the LM.C career recap, then this is the warm up. And then the one after this pretty much dives into it pretty hard. And then by the one after that, you're gone. You're gone. You're in the seventh dimension. Like. When Maya hits that ka, yeah, one of those kas is the one I was talking about with the distorted auto-tune. I don't know if we passed it already. Where did they just the? Or I mean, I don't know if there's another one after this. So. Asuka says, this is up my alley. Yeah, I really wasn't joking when I said this is honestly a contender for album of the year. Like they did on this album for Osharike, like in terms of Osharike, what like the Gazette did with Ninth in terms of Neo Visual K. So it's like, it's trimmed down, but every minute of it, like it's a shorter album, but like every minute of it is like just as experimental as possible, and like they just take risks you're not used to big bands like taking, but they're a really experienced band, so the thing you forget is that they pull off like all of it, so like all of the risks. So yeah, all right, that's a good song. All right, now we're going into Intersection. Now we're getting into it. So, get your door emojis ready. I prefer this over door. So does Claudia. I prefer door personally, but it's because it reminds me of so many other songs I love. But we'll get to door. We'll get to door. So, all right, here we go with Intersection. Keep in mind, last track just ended with like a rocking guitar riff kind of fading out, and this is what we're headed right into. It's this is significant. So 3, 2, 1, play. Right into just right into a bass drop, man. That's a really good. I really like that tuning for having the bass beats all over the background. They did a lot of ballsy stuff on this album. It starts about right here. That's what's always interested me about these two-man pieces. Like, if I started a band, I think my first band I would start would be a two-person band. Like me, it would literally be. I literally didn't realize it for like a year and a half because I was only casually listening to LM.C before I started working longer at VKH, and then I got into the Buddha, and then like I retroactively went back. But I was like, my personal thought for like, oh, what would be like a manageable ideal band to do was LM.C, but it was like just vocals and guitar, and then sometimes drums and sometimes like backing music. That would go over great here, like in Miami. Like you can make it as rock or as pop as you want. LM.C should come to Miami. I like how they wove the electronic sound into their core sound. Yeah, I mean it's kind of IG produces their music, so he does all the electronics. So you have the guitarist doing the electronics. So it's not going to get any more authentic than that. It's like if anybody questions, like they're like, why are you experimenting with these other sounds? It's like you just go like, hey, I'm the guitarist. I play all the rock sounds. I put it in there with it, okay? Like, yeah. Jeff played this after the song ends. Let me see what it is. I gotta be careful. It says video is unavailable. Contains content from Victor Entertainment, who's blocked it on copyright grounds. Yeah, so I gotta be careful what I show on the screen and stuff. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Their algorithm is set to block stuff if you show YouTube videos with clips and stuff. So, if you can appeal and stuff, it's like I don't want to cause dramas or anything like that. So that's why we re-uploaded a stream where we just like we censored out the parts where we played Chain Dreamers. Normally I can check that stuff. I just I didn't check it. Well, I think I can check that stuff. But usually I haven't had any problems. But as we get more into the major bands, I guess we gotta make sure everybody's copyrights are all like in order and everything. So. Do some parts of the sound not have guitar and only EDM? Yeah, I mean that's what's going on right here. But it's never too long, and it usually makes sense. Parts of the song, yeah, big parts. And the other thing that they're sneaking in on you here that I don't know a lot of bands that have the audacity to try this or the ability to pull it off. There's no drums in this, dude. Like, there's no drums. You're being backed by bass. which I've always been curious to see if a band could ever pull it off. So well played. Like, I was impressed. I guess even just 30 seconds is too much for them. Well, a lot of rock fans and metal fans especially, in general, we're all kind of damaged. We're all kind of burned from, just the Western rock artists just gratuitously fucking up, like experimenting with other genres, and it just turning into instant sellout mode. So we're always like triple paranoid. Because it does happen to J-rock artists and visual kei artists sometimes, but LM.C is like a really rare case because it's like they are a dance band. If you're like if you're a fan, you know this. Like they make dance music, like that they've always made dance music. But it's like, it's I guess it's just how much they do and like how prevalent the guitar is and stuff. But there's people, you'll hear people in chat bring this up as like they had, I think they found a really happy medium here, because they had Perfect Fantasy, which was where they had My Favorite Monster. And that was like, they took it up to Muse levels of like majority pop, minority rock kind of stuff, like Muse and Madness, and then LM.C and My Favorite Monster is like that same level of it. But it was a fun song and it was interesting. But I think what you guys told me in chat was Perfect Fantasy was interesting. It was cool. They had Chameleon Dance on there, which is like, is a dance song entirely. And it's really good. And you'll see people in chat here. You're gonna hear it in a second. I stand Chameleon Dance. That comes through here a lot. And then also, but I guess the critique was that it was like a little bit too. It just wasn't quite them enough, and I would like attribute that to like, it was very highly produced sound. They were going for like a really authentic pop sound. Here they've like gotten a little fast and loose with it. So like the EDM is a little dirty and like it's a little scatterbrained, and they were able to use it to fit their personality better, which is very counterintuitive to like say even out loud, and it like that would work, but it does. It does to me at least. All right, on to track 5, Hangover. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go. And we are in full dance mode, baby. Oh, man. I think I said in the review, this is a song that would make Super Duper Galaxy proud. I stand by that statement. It's chill. And then it gets crazy, and then it gets just fun. And that specific kind of like that, like, I guess this is Nintendo Core. Is this Nintendo Core? No, this is like the like rave EDM or some kind of. It's kind of Nintendo Core, isn't it? 8-bit sounds, like the electronic music, and then they've got like some dope guitar playing in the background and stuff. I still say Super Duper Galaxy 2.0. This is the spiritual successor. Damn. And it gets ominous here, so you're like, what's coming next? And then it pops. See, listen. Yeah, like that's masterful Osharike. That's masterful dance music. Like, the drop. It's literally a drop, but they kind of distract you from the fact that there's even a build-up, because it's like ominous for a second. So you're like kind of put on guard, like, is the whole song gonna change? But then it's like, nope, it was a drop. It was a build up and a drop. So I should show this album to my EDM friends and see what they think. My EDM friends. I say that like I have like a pack of ravers like down the road from me. But a lot of people here are into EDM. Man, I have way different opinions on this whole album than everyone else here. It looks like. Well, that's fine. That's allowed. Videos or it didn't happen, Jeff. It's a pretty good idea for a stream, right? My EDM fan friend listens or reacts to LM.C. Yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it. Jeff, do you have friends except online and Winona? I do, actually. I am pretty good about picking, like, I get like a handful of friends, but it's like a healthy handful of friends that I stay really close with, but that we only check in like very occasionally because we're always swamped because we're all in our grind at the same time. Like, so I went out for the first time, like Nightlife Style went out a couple weeks ago and did that with some of my friends that I've only been here a few months, but I've been coming here for years, and so I've had friends down here for years. But they're all kind of they've got their own business and they fly and stuff. They're all doing their own thing. But then every now and then when we meet up, it's like a reunion. So it's when I hang out, it's like extra special. It's like a reunion because we're all working our asses off out here. So then it's like a big check-in and everything. So, and it's like that with Winona too, and other people, because we're just chatting online and stuff, and we keep in touch. But then when we meet, it's like special. So I make it work. It's like quality over quantity thing. Give me a stream involving LM.C and Yakuza and I upset for life. So like, me playing Yakuza 0 with like LM.C music in the background, like that kind of thing. I can have someone ask someone, Okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. Okay, yeah, that was Hangover. Yeah, it's just like this sugary sweet kind of dance everything, electronic everything. It's like ideal ear candy if this is your thing. For the person that said like this, it's opposite opinions. That's totally fine because like. This kind of music is going to be like, it's going to have a lot of people that are like into it or not into it or whatever. So if you've got like, if there's people watching it, like they wish LM.C would do more rock music or something like that, like, or if it's just not their style or something like that, like that's totally fine, and feel free to leave those opinions. It's totally welcome. The chat even said it before me. It's like it's totally allowed. You can have your own opinions. It's all an opinion. It's all open to interpretation. There's not a right answer about music and artistic interpretation. So, I will say, like, if you're having trouble with this album, like, as a longtime follower of someone like Miyavi, where you have to get used to it or you stop listening to them, basically, like the constant changes and stuff, they'll eventually land on something that you're kind of down with. The other thing is, it's kind of, I kind of approached a lot of this, like the way I've talked about the album and the way I've, even the way I reviewed the album to a degree. When bands strike out like this, strike out into like new territory or territory it's kind of foreign. It's kind of foreign territory. It's not rock as much. I kind of adapt to take that into account because I do listen to a lot of EDM. I do listen to a lot of like the alt bands, the alt rock or pop rock like bands that get really popular down here in places like Miami, and then on Top 40 and stuff, where they're like, it's 1 minute they're like playing an acoustic guitar and they're a band, and the next minute they're with a DJ and they're now a pop artist, and like there's like this whole like messy poppy dancey area and of music in the mainstream, and it's it's for some people, it's not for other people. But I think one thing that a lot of people can agree about it is that it's pretty oversaturated with like generic stuff, and you kind of have to dig for the good stuff. Hopefully like the good stuff will go viral at that point, like Hosier with like Take Me to Church and stuff. Like that was kind of one of those. It was too good, like everybody, like for like the general consensus at least. But then there's also stuff like Imagine Dragons. So when you get something like LM.C where it's like, no, we're doing the same vibe, but it's like it feels more authentic and we're more creative about it. It's like just the biggest breath of fresh air for me. So I may have like an added edge of like a reaction that someone who's just here for the punk riffs might not have. So let's see. I like all the songs, but for example, saying Hangovers like the next Super Duper Galaxy, I view that differently. The two are on entirely separate levels for me. Oh, okay. It's probably like, I could see like how you might like how you would, take that angle. It's probably like Super Duper Galaxy is always going to be like more quintessentially LM.C, I think, than any of the more matured LM.C albums. I think it's going to be hard for them to, like, if they want to ever make like a Oh My Juliet Part 2, that kind of stuff. They have matured a lot, so it's like like musically, so like everything they do has like layers that weren't in the old stuff. So that might always be something that throws people off. I would be curious to see like if you guys can tell me in the chat, actually, do they do anything live now that's different with their old stuff, like Super Duper Galaxy, where it's like it's just it's a fairly straightforward formula, I believe, with the electronic music at least, and the guitar playing, but it works. It's just like it works, and it works super well. Do they do anything with like trying new stuff? Because obviously they've done a lot of experimentation with their electronic stuff. Haunted House Make a Secret is fantastic and top tier, but I actually really like Hollow Hotel over Ghost Heart. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ghost Heart isn't quite really my thing. I don't know what it was about that, because you guys had me go through their best album, and like I went through like a bunch of their albums for the first ranking releases we did. But yeah, something about that Sentimental Picky Romance, like that's not my kind of song at all usually. But it got me, and I'm man enough. I'm secure enough to say it. That got to me. I was bobbing my head and dancing along and super happy. I stand Ghost Heart. I'll go back and listen to it. It's just, I think it threw me off guard because on the best album it's like so much happiness, and then Ghost Heart's a little spoopy. For their 10th anniversary, they've switched the format up for some for Super Duper Galaxy and extended the intro. Oh man, more LM.C remixes would be really dope. I liked the what was the Monroe Walk? I liked the Band Vox trap remix of Monroe Walk. That was like pretty dope. There was one more I think I wanted to read, or that I saw, I think. No. I just really love spoopy things. Okay, so we're going into Hollow Hotel, excuse me. let me check and make sure I'm caught up with everything. I'm not sure if I get alerts anymore for the way I was getting them. Oh geez, yep. See, I was right to check. Okay, cool. Got a super chat. You know what? I just had my email closed from when I restarted my computer. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm constantly switching between like multiple screens to make sure everything's working. So when I get a super chat, if I miss it, you know, just give me a second. But I do get to all of them. But now I have my email open. Usually I get a ding from my email because it'll email us. If I just can get to the alerts dashboard. Cosmically Cosmic, again for $20. Hollow Hotel though in all caps. Thank you so much. Thank you. God, you are too kind. See, I got to it. Yep. See, I had the gut. Yeah, that's Claudia. You sent that, right? That's you. Is that your Cosmically Cosmic, if I remember correctly, or is that? Yeah. Okay. I think so. But yeah. I had the hunch right before that chat popped on screen. That's funny. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Claudia. I appreciate it. It's really nice. Gula says, I wish I could donate again, but I'm poor as fuck. No, it's fine. It's really fine. We appreciate it. And you support us on Patreon and like, yeah, don't ever give if you don't want to give. And if you can't afford to give, then you should not want to give. That should mean I don't want to give because I need to save your money for you, you know, but, you know, we always appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah. Broke wrench wenches. Oh yeah, it is lore. It is VKH Live lore now that the moderators are wrench wenches. Jeff, I just want to love you guys. Damn it. Yeah, but if you get, I don't know, like evicted because you don't pay rent. I don't know if you pay rent, or like you can't feed you run out of food, or you know you can't love us, and we'll feel awful. We'll have to come. We'll have to come like initiate a search and rescue operation. So yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. But we do appreciate the support. It's very kind. And we're getting a lot of messages that you know it's good that we're on the right. I really feel like we're on the right track with these streams and stuff. This is something that people were doing in other industries that are a little bit ahead of ours, that I kind of picked up on, and nobody's really doing it or was doing it here, and people are paying attention to the fact that you guys are paying attention to these streams. I'll just say that people are. I've been, you know, I hear things and I talk to people, and people are interested in the fact that you guys are this interested. There are people that didn't realize that there were fans that were this interested, you know, out there online. So love you guys. Big ups. All right, let's get into Hollow Hotel. And while Hollow Hotel plays, I'm going to plug you my favorite spooky band because this is my stream and I think you guys might like it. So anyway, Hollow Hotel, 3, 2, 1, play. By plug, I mean I'm just going to throw a few links to PVs by Liplik or Liplich in the chat for you guys to check out later if you want to copy it over into a tab. Because if you like this kind of a vibe, you'll probably fall in love with Liplich. So. This is a really crazy thing when you think about it. Like, outside of the cymbals, the backing rhythms for this are like a crunching, crashing noise. Like it's like a trash compactor. They were able to keep time with the trash compactor. I should do the most quintessential ones though. I guess the one I just sent, which is "Hurrah Hooray" by Liplich, that has or Liplich has that's shot in a mansion. This is literally called Maslow Mansion. Very spoopy. So there you go. There's those two, and then just go down a rabbit hole if you like it. This song appeals to the deepest Halloween-loving edgelord depths of my soul. That's funny. That's really funny. Chat. That's a MVP chat right there. That's funny. I feel you. I'm gonna do my best to really go in on Halloween this year. I think. I don't know what your guys' general like impression of Miami is, but it's usually like vacation and like popped collars and nightclubs and stuff like that. People go hard here for Halloween. It's amazing. I should post old photos I have. I'll post photos this year. There are people that wear amazing costumes, and especially this year. Oh, this year's going to be crazy because the whole nightlife scene has shifted away from South Beach, which is like all plastic and expensive and, for rich people. The nightlife has shifted to the art district, and the art district here is really cool. It's like a real underdog story. It's like it used to be a ghetto. It used to be like a bunch of warehouses basically, and these graffiti artists came in and like sprayed it all with this amazing graffiti art and beautified it into this artistic place. And then people started moving into like the beautified like warehouses with graffiti art, and now it's like a hot spot for like startup businesses and art like projects, like artists and museums. And now the whole nightlife scene has shifted over there. So this Halloween's going to be crazy with the people that are like dressing up and stuff. Yeah, sorry for not commenting too much on that, on this one, but I don't know. I don't have a ton to say. It's very, very, they did everything you're supposed to do for that kind of song. They've really nailed it. It was really authentic. I think that's the only real thing I can add on, besides what you pick up from listening to it. I hope you're listening to music as you're watching this, if you're this far in. Otherwise, like, I can't imagine how awkward this is for you. So I've accidentally like opened up like these videos in a tab and like had the audio start playing, and then I go and like, what is this? What am I watching? And I don't have the music playing because I opened it by accident, and it's the most uncomfortable thing for me. Maybe it's because it's just me and I'm seeing my voice and my expressions, and you will never be harder on me than I am on myself, and so I'm just like cringe. But yeah, it's a bit much. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of bands that have kind of figured out the nice the haunted hotel thing a lot. Like Pentagon had it. That band I sent had it. Obviously, there's Halloween Party. I know that's a little more just general J-rock, with vamps or whatever. But this one kind of captured like the slower aura of it, and they mixed it with like a back and forth rhythm that you just kind of tilt your head to. So it kind of felt like the visual I got was, because it was called Hollow Hotel, was like a hotel that was like teetering back and forth, or at least a building of some sort. So it was like teetering back and forth, and then the insides, it's like the scaffolding was missing a lot and stuff. That was like what went through my head when I heard it. So it's like if I was gonna make like a art project video for it, I would do that. So. Oh shit, here we go. Here come all the door emojis. LM.C Halloween stream, please. Yeah, we could. I gotta figure out how to how to frame a lot of that. Let me see. We could probably just do we might do a general Halloween stream where we pick like a lot of songs from certain bands like LM.C. For making it an individual stream, we try and limit it to like not show a ton of like bias in favor to one to one artist, especially if there's other artists to cover. But I can look at it. We can come up with ideas and stuff, you know, because it's definitely relevant, you know, but yeah, we'll see. Oh Christ, yeah, and then oh my God, Jeff, please, we'll love you forever if you do this Halloween stream. All right, well, I guess we're doing it. All right, I'm gonna stop like oh God, the webcam is moving. I'm tapping my foot already. It's transferring into the webcam. All right, I will stop holding off. We're gonna go into the banger. This is my personal favorite, Door. The distortion on here, the attitude of it, the backing effects, the distortion on the guitar, I mean, and then like all the different like backing sounds they use and the funky attitude in it. I'm so into this song. It reminds me so much of Muse, but like an Oshare K Muse, like 2015 era Muse, which I was in love with that album that they put out. And I've talked about this like 18 times on stream, I know, but it's important. It's definitely important because it demonstrates that LM.C is going to be one of those bands. I mean, the whole album demonstrates it, but this one the most demonstrates that LM.C is going to be one of those bands that if these mainstream bands that are pushing this new sound with these distorted guitars and like blurring the lines between other genres, if they are able to start achieving success in the mainstream again with that, this is going to be one of the bands to profit from it, to like really benefit from it, because they're going to get sucked into that, like, into that demand. There's just going to be like a black hole of demand that'll open up, you know. There'll be bands like them and Alexandros or Man with a Mission, yeah. So I will stop the ramble there because I'm really trying to save it for a stream with Winona because we got cool content to cover about that maybe this upcoming week. So anyway, Door, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, let me go ahead and I don't know if I was like a second off there. Sorry. False start. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, just like the cool sampling here. And then when this hits, first time I heard it, I was like, oh, LM.C, you beautiful motherfuckers. Fun fact, when the track listing came out, we all joked about Door being the banger, and look what happened. Yeah, it's very true. Is that what's going on in the background? He's like slamming a door over and over or pounding on the door? I like it's just a little bit of staticky too. Like and again, this is arguably drums. I don't think this is drums. Like this is just more backing rhythm effects. And then the funky little electronic stuff in the chorus. It's like sometimes you don't have to go all out to make your best song, man. Like in terms of energy, like, you know. Sometimes it's just whatever's feeling the most authentic. And so for this, it was just like, man, like that's like the attitude of this song. I like it. And then just a different type of guitar distortion for the slightly different for the solo. And there's just so much going on. Like you can just hear it, and it works so well. Cosmic Claudia donated and says, I'm lacking witty commentary, but here. Oh, thank you so much. That was $10. Appreciate it. Bass or electronic beats? Yeah, I was trying to correct myself to electronic rhythm. Oh, whoops.
Okay.
I activated Siri somehow in there with what I just said. Um, uh, yeah, it's a really nice crunchy electronic beat. You know. I also love that it's like you could make the case that this has been the strongest part of the album, and it's like the drums are like out to lunch. Like that's amazing. Like this should be the weak part technically. Like this would be like the all right, they tried something, but it was like they went 3-4 songs, no drums, minimal this and that, and it's like oh, it's kind of weak. They needed to get back to the rock, but like this was like I didn't even miss it. It's like they kept it feeling rock and roll, like despite them. It's like they're trying to. How many elements of rock and roll can we take out or substitute something similar sounding in and still have people feel like they're listening to rock and roll? That's what was happening all the way up through Door, I think. Siri wanted in on the party, yeah. What's chat saying? Yeah, Oscar says I like the attitude. I really need a translation of these lyrics. There is one. You know what? Let me pull up on Apple Music, because we found an interesting thing with Apple Music. It won't have the English lyrics, but it might have the... I gotta pull it up on my phone, sorry. At least the Japanese lyrics. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so here's a cool trick that we found the other day, guys. Let me switch over so I can see where my camera is. If you go play on Apple Music, I guess can you see my, so just like the general play screen, right? If you swipe up, let me see if I can do it. It's hard to do it and keep the light from being awful. All right, fuck it. All right. Okay, so you see my screen? If you do this, you're on the thing. This is just like what shows up when you play the song. If you swipe up here where this arrow is, you get lyrics. And they're in Japanese, so like I guess you guys can work from there. But can you see it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's just like this little arrow thing here. I think you can even, if you swipe up around the arrow, it's gonna pull up on iPhone. It's gonna pull up your menu, your swipe up menu. But if you push on the arrow, I think maybe, and pull up, you got lyrics. And then the up next and all that's after it. But that's just been sitting there forever in Apple Music. And we didn't find out till like the Acme album. So. Yeah. So. That is helpful of Apple Music. I will have to check that out. Yeah, I just wish like a lot of things they were a little bit more hip in their marketing of stuff, so people would know. Because it's like if I didn't know that, I'm generally what we call a super user in like the app industry or like tech industry, software industry, which means like I'm like the best you're gonna I'm getting up there towards the best of the users you're gonna get. So, you know, it's if I didn't catch it, it's kind of a problem. So, like I'm not a grandma is kind of what that means. So, all right. So next we're getting into nothing. nothing. Hisoku can't wait. All right. I'm going. All right. Here we go. No need to break things. No need to slam doors. Even though we just metaphorically did musically or whatever. So, all right. This set up. All right, and 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, so this one is like, I almost want to feel like it's like, all right, cat's out of the bag. You guys know what we're doing, so we're just gonna triple down on everything and like blow your mind, because it starts out like this and then just goes crazy, like hard punk riffs and that dubstep is like screaming, man, like compared to the other stuff. Quite wild. Woo lad. Ooh, Asuka with the hot take. I'm glad you said it, because I absolutely agree. I totally agree with you. LMC made better rock than 21 Pilots and Imagine Dragons without actual drums. So they're winning that game of let's be rock without having drums. If we can do that, like how possible is that? Yeah, I agree. Like it's heads and shoulders above Imagine Dragons for sure. 21 Pilots is pretty hot with their new music, but it's too far into pop territory to compete with this. So like, yeah. I really can't underscore how good of an example this is gonna set for like newer Osharike bands. Like, I wonder if LMC is aware of like how much good this album is going to do towards combating like the impulse for like the younger Oshari bands to try and become jaywalk and just like make like like the kind of Oshari song back when like Osharike was dominant like 6 or 7 years ago that everybody got sick of. Like that's, and there's already so few Osharike bands and they're all starting to slowly come back. Like this is just gonna, I wouldn't be shocked if this kicks off an Oshari revolution. So. Oh, you guys like that musical breakdown is what you're talking about, like the kind of the jazzy like synth kind of thing. Yeah, sorry, I kind of talked through it. Like, what am I saying? We've all heard this like a lot of times already, I think, except Asuka. I should let Asuka experience some of it. This part right here, yeah, is really good. And they just close out the chorus with this both times, so. And then this outro. I dab to this part. I dab to Urugiru Bero by the Gazette. So. Oh man. All right. Since I did a bit of talking between the other two, we'll just jump right into Twinkle Star. Yeah. So 3, 2, 1. Play. Alternating dabs? Really? Congratulations, you just made a second GIF. Yeah, this is the nice soft ballad. Everyone's gonna cry. This was the one song I wasn't sure how people or how fans were gonna feel about, or like maybe this might be where you lose people that are listening casually, just because it's a lot of auto-tune. But for some reason, it worked really well here, because it's the only part of the song that has like a huge amount of like unnatural effects on it, because the rest of it's kind of like an orchestral kind of ballad. So you just have this distinction that, like, at the very least, like someone like me, I zone out during ballads, but it kept me like paying attention the whole time. And then it's playing at this nice like kind of rhythm that's like slightly sped up, but still kind of slightly sped up version of a traditionally slower, catchy rhythm. So they're doing a lot of like small things to be like, look, we're doing a ballad. Our fans like these ballads. And, you know, you might be like a casual listener, a new listener, but like, you know, just like, what do you think of this? What if I tweak it like this? Can I sell you this Oshari ballad? Like, that's LM.C right now, you know? And it's just making the song better and better and better. So obviously the fans are losing it. They're losing their minds, you know? Like, it's beautiful. Honestly, I skip Twinkle Star a bit. I skip Twinkle Star, but that's kind of sometimes. But that's because I listen to music when I'm in a rush a lot. So there's an idea for a playlist. I need to write that down. Like an emergency calm down playlist would be made out of Visual K music would be great. What do you guys think? Emergency chill out playlist, basically. Emergency chill pill playlist. Like, if you're like about to just like punch a hole in the wall or something, like, and then you put on maybe something like this, or you put on like half of this album, basically, because it's all like helping you calm down and chill out. And you put on let's see. So you would put on this. Maybe you put on something by Acme a little bit. You put on what's the name of the song? I'm just gonna read it. Sonokoe wa Moroku by The Gazette, which is like, I have literally had a mental breakdown while listening to, and it made it a little bit more manageable. But you put on Coda by The Gazette. Unless I want to have a Let It All Out playlist. Does LM.C have like a Let It All Out song where it's like, this is to like calm you down, everything's okay, and you cry a little bit? Well, no, you guys said you were going to cry. Like, it's like cry. So I guess it's either the Emergency Chill Pill playlist, maybe also a Let It All Out Sweetie playlist. You know, you just like picture like your mom, if your mom has a southern accent, just being like, just let it all out, sweetie, sweetheart, just let it all out, like hugging you. Along with a comfy blanket and some ice cream. Some Gazette ballads. Cosmology, I guess was the suggestion. All right, got that. That consistent, steady drumming is also, I think, just objectively calming on a neurological sense. Like that in the chorus, it's pounding. Untitled, yeah. I'll tell you guys a secret. Coda by the Gazette is something I do when I need to cry, like which happens like maybe once every 6 months if some serious shit went down, like and I just need to like kind of lose it for a second. That I use that outro track by the Gazette to trigger that. So that was all of 8 seconds. So it's probably not a lot of people are gonna see that. So I'm just gonna slip that in there while we're talking about crying stuff. We should have a stream about crying music or angry music and emotion music, like emotion themed streams about music. I'm just gonna write that down, I guess, and kind of workshop that idea later. There's something there. Okay, we're almost done. So we're gonna do track 10 now. This is Brainwashing. Sinister title, but it's like a very upbeat song. Kind of getting you ready to wrap up the. This was one that I thought was like gonna be like a dark horse fan favorite, actually. So you guys tell me how much you like this song compared to the other songs. Because I was listening to it and I was like, well, this doesn't stand out as like a completely unique track compared to like some of the stuff like Door and like, you know, Hollow Hotel and stuff like that. It's more in LMC's wheelhouse, but it was just executed like really slickly and solidly. It was like, this is like an LMC song. It's like fans might demand this kind of song at a concert. So as opposed to the others, which I don't know, maybe the others will become fan favorites, or maybe that's like the set piece music. I don't know if LMC does their music like that, their concerts like that. The Gazette does that, where it's like they have songs that eventually turn into fan favorites, but it's like the best songs on the album don't always turn into fan favorites because it's not like just what their general vibe of a party at a concert is, I guess, for the fans. So the best songs that they have don't show up that often. It's usually in a themed concert, and it's like the set piece. And then they pull out all the fun ones like around it and stuff. So I don't know if LMC does that with their album. Like, I don't know if you're going to see the Buddha over and over and over again, for example. So, yeah, anyway. Brainwashing. 3, 2, 1, go. I love this song. All periods in there. Yep. Any song number 2 on the album? Oh, I remember this. This is right when it kicks in and the synth goes wild. Yeah. I look absolutely awful in this hat. I'm very amused by it. My hair is not my hair is not set up for the snapback look. I know Maya and IG do it a little bit, but I need to have mine significantly layered and thinned out, and probably ketamine treated to go straighter, and you know, I'll have to get a straightener and probably get dyed a different color, and it's gonna be a whole thing for me to make this work. Yeah, you look like a fuckboy. Yeah, that's part of the joke, I guess. It's so funny because like fans, like I see fans, like nobody gives me shit about the man bun that I have. Actually, I've had preference requests like yes, man bun is good, but then something like this is like fuckboyish. Miami the man bun is like second from top tier fuckboy, and then this is just like white trash. So this is just haha you're poor is like what this looks like to people in Miami. So I can keep my man bun. All right, well, I've tortured you enough. I was just doing it for a goof and a spoof. Let me, one sec. Okay. How'd that come out? Really tight and shit. That's fine. Okay, that feels better. I feel like a little bit more, when I haven't like done anything to my hair, I feel a little bit more like in control when it's like pulled back at least, the very least. No hat. Wow, you guys hate the hat, huh? I'm glad I didn't wear it seriously. You can't rock the hat, Jeff. Yeah, that's usually how it is. This is my costume prop piece. I used to have one that had like studs on the front, and I have this like extra large like American flag shirt that's like intentionally faded. I can get really. It's not. I don't think fuckboy is what you're looking for. I think fuckboy implies a certain level of success. And that's not dressing for success, I don't think. I think you're looking for Tool. Asuka doesn't mind me either way. Yeah, she appreciates me for my mind, guys. She values what I have to say as a strong, independent woman, okay? There's more to me than just the hats I wear. Oh, man. I do envy people that can't that can pull off hats, because historically I just can't. That was nice. That was very nice. That was nice. Oh. So yeah, like it really gives off like a really strong like LMC vibe from that. You know, it's a nice like wrap up. But we're not done yet. We got one more. We got Dystopia, and I would not have taken LMC for the type to make some kind of dramatic outro pseudo orchestral track, and it worked for them. But then again, I didn't expect like this whole album, so you know that's about par for the course there. See, I did the right thing here in that prior to this album coming out, I just shut up. I didn't like give like opinions on it. Like I was like I just said like I'm not sure what to expect. And I just did that. So I think I've got a good record of I'm getting right with my predictions, more and more correct. And then if there's ones that are too risky, I'm just cutting it. I'm excusing myself from the predictions game. Just kind of pulling it off. That's kind of what I'm doing with Thuringer. I'm like hedging my bets really hard right now and just kind of trying to react to exactly what I saw on screen, you know, with their PV previews and stuff. So. But yeah, like, I don't know. How could you have seen this coming? How could you have seen this specifically coming? So this is a great song. Great way to end the album. Very impressive. Whole thing's impressive. One of the best albums of the year. Anything else I want to say in summary? Just really good. Really good job, fam. Really great job, fam. And if anybody working for LMC or LMC happens to see this, like pay attention to the chat that's on screen. If LMC sees it, these are your fans. These are they are from many different places all over the world, and a lot of them came to see you live. They love the new album, and they love LMC, and they're super nice and they're super chill. You guys have really good fans, so yeah, they can't wait to see you again. All right, Dystopia, 3, 2, 1, go. Getting a vibe, you know. Nice little groove kind of going on, but then it's swelling in epicness. Jeffrey, I will fight you. I collect hats. No, I wasn't saying I wasn't talking shit about hats. I was talking about shit on myself not pulling off hats. But if you collect hats and you can find one that you think works for this head type, like, let me know. You can not mind the hair, just focus on the actual head shape, because the hair's gonna change anyway, like upgrades and shit. Yeah, everybody in the chat saying please come back. Hi Maya. Hi, tell Maya I love him. Thanks. We love you. We miss you guys. Can't wait to see you guys. Come back to California. Come back soon. Dat opening. Dramatic intro. I have a red snapback that says get smoked. That's awesome. And it just builds like that, and then it again, like, that was like the slowest of burn. Like, that was like a slow burn, but it was like the slowest of burns. It was like the longest of cons, you know? It's just like you're just in a trance all the way up to the chorus, and then they do a change up on you. But it's not too harsh. It's not too harsh. They know what they're doing. They're not trying to like mess you up. Claudia says, guys, come back. I'm working on a kicking gift for you, please. I'm like 1,000% certain they'll come back from everything I heard from Winona and Rabav. Like, the fact that you guys got this on streaming so fast, like, I mean, you got it on Apple Music so fast, especially, and then you just got it on Spotify, I saw, I think. Yeah, they're on their game. Insert that gif of Khaled here. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah. You're special. You smart. You kind. I appreciate you. I forget how it goes exactly. This is like a epic bedtime song, too. Like, I could just listen to this and like drift off to sleep, but like be in like the best mood, like confidently dreaming, like just go to bed feeling really confident, and you just have like all these dreams of success. Isn't that the best thing you've ever heard of? That random ass thing I just said? Pro tip, go to bed, do something that makes you super confident but tired, so you can go to, but sleepy, so then when you go to bed, you can have the most successful dreams. I definitely feel like we played a big part in that, in the streaming. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? Like you guys, like just collectively, like it's who it's for, you know? Although the other thing is that it's like right after these artists post, it's like, oh, wait, so like now anyone can see our music, which I think takes some like readjusting, like if you're thinking about it, like in how you're going to market yourself. Because before, for the longest time, it's like, nah, I don't want to do an interview with like an American magazine, you know. It's like, or like why would I advertise on an American magazine? Then it's like, well, they can just get my music now, so they just go click on it. So then now it's like endless possibilities in terms of like what they want to do in terms of reaching out to people. All they did, this was the hard part, is just getting the music up there. Great way to end an album. Monroe Walk just started playing right after. And yeah, I was just gonna finish my thought. I was like, if they wanted to make a lot of money online, since they have their music up on streaming and they just want to start sharing it around, if they put, you know, I think LM.C can make a ton of money through merch. They're a really good candidate for like that new generation of artists that's like, oh no, the music itself's basically free, but I make a ton of money on all the hype surrounding it, you know. Yeah. What an album. I totally agree. It definitely has a wrap up tone. It has like a end credits levels of wrap up tones, you know, like the end credits come across the screen, you know. Yeah, what an album indeed. Yeah, when I was writing the review for it, because we were trying to get it out like ASAP, and we got it. We got it shortly ahead of when it was available in the States, because we got a review copy a few hours out, and so I was scrambling to get it out. But like this, it just like blew me away. I was like not ready for it at all. I was like, this is gonna need a whole new level, a whole different level of analysis. This is gonna need like, this is totally different from like, you know, like what I was expecting, and you know, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting Oshari album and talk about that. And so I just listened to it a few more times and went and did other stuff that I had to do that night anyway. And I think I'd gone through it 4 or 5 times, and then got, you know, and then just in like 1 take or 2 takes, like way early in the morning, just like pounded it out, and got it out there pretty much all in like 1 or 2 takes. Like, you know, I did the rough draft, and then that was the one I put up on Patreon, I think. And then I went through and proofread and shortened it, and then got it out. And I'm glad I did that, and I just went with my first gut reaction, because since putting up that review and like since listening to it more, it's like I've had so much to say about like an album like this, and that's kind of how it goes. It's like you know, so that's what's kind of unfortunate about the Gazette review that's making it take so long, is like I've got all these different ways that I'm trying to like shape it so that it, you know, we're trying to do something cool with it that I keep teasing, but it's the same problem. But with LM.C, thankfully I was just in a position, I just happened to be in a position where you know, the only people that I was really writing that review for primarily was for like you guys, the fans. And so I was just like, well, I can get this out ASAP, and I can give my gut instinct reaction, and I'm confident in it, and it's going to be good. And then we can talk about all of it like forever and ever after. And so here we are like 3 months later, like talking about it and stuff. So, whereas like compared to the Gazette one, I kind of have plans for that review, or what that review is going to do. Because the Gazette fans, I've noticed they are in a very strong missionary phase. They're spreading the good news about our Lord and Savior, the Gazette, and so I'm trying to do something that's going to help them with that. But yeah, in terms of LM.C, like it all came together really well. But my God, there's been so much to like think about and talk about and stuff like that. So I love albums like these. These are like the top tier kinds of albums, you know. So yeah, I spend so much on merch. We throw money at our boys. I don't think any of us spend as much as Cosmically Cosmic though, and I mean that in a loving way, because damn that dedication, fam. Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling the same general spirit. You know, it's kind of like the heart that counts kind of thing. You know, I guess like. I don't know, just the level of dedication is like, or just appreciation on the internet. There's so many different ways you can show it. So like, even if you don't have money, like if you just engage with people that make stuff, like we appreciate it so much. And then music artists appreciate it so much. But like, you know, just any sort of like interaction or like response, you know, as everybody gets more and more catatonic on social media, it's like, you know, even that is like a huge, like, you know, they liked my video, they shared my video, they showed up to chat with me, you know, they did this, they did that. And for artists, it's like that times 1,000, because it's like, it's truly authentic content. Like I'm doing like commentary right now, you know, so like it's kind of like I have my own creative spin on how I'm doing it, but like it's not like real, like the actual art. The artist, it's like if you talk to any of these artists, like any of these indie artists that have like been at it for a while, like I've talked to a few that I've kind of gotten this vibe from, like they've like dropped their soul into this, and they just want to see people respond to it, like and you know, They want to know if you hate it too, but it's like they just want to get it out there to people. So just even like the engagement at all in the beginning is a blessing, and then everything else on top of that is just like more and more humbling for people like that. So let's see. OMG would be a perfect credit song for something. What the fuck? Actually, credit scene for Attack on Titan, win, you know? And end credit song for Attack on Titan, win. Or maybe it's a little too upbeat. Well, but like the opening for it now is that X Japan and Hyde song, which is almost like a ballad. So, you know. Dystopia, Attack on Titan. It's kind of topical. Maybe ending on a bit of a positive note, but you know, it's a bit more positive this season, I guess. I've only seen one episode, but yeah. All of us have our collections. Justine goes hard. I have a very specific shopping addiction that can only be fixed with LM.C merch. That's awesome. To be honest, outside of fashion, all my money goes to them. That's fine. I found like guilty pleasure or like impulse buys. You can get away with a lot more frequent impulse buys than you think if it's like you just narrow it down to one thing. So if you're like just clothes, or you eliminate other things. So like I'm on a very specific diet, so I don't eat junk food anymore and I don't drink, which obviously is a bit of like a extreme life change for some people, but I'm just saying in my case it's come down to it's like, well, what do I use my beer money for? And so you just pick one thing. It's like, all right, well, just, you know, I'll put a little bit of it in there and then I can save the rest. So I'm doing an impulse buy and, you know, I got my thing that I'm doing with it and, you know, yeah, I don't know, everything in moderation, I suppose. I'm the same, but mine goes straight to Midoriya Izuku. This was my first time listening to an LM.C album fully, says Asuka. Wow, yes, well, congratulations. It's pretty impressive, right? Yeah, Asuka had some reactions earlier. She seemed very impressed, very satisfied. Oh, thanks. I won't speak for her, but I read some of them. It's like, I think the average Gazette fan, especially after listening to Ninth and processing Ninth, they'll come over to this album and kind of get like the same level of innovation and ambition. And so it kind of turns into like a goddamn kind of thing where it's like, you know, it's a different genre almost at this point. But it's kind of like a real recognized real, gangster recognized gangster kind of thing. You know, it's like, I think this album has a lot of crossover potential, appeal for a lot of different fan bases. So yeah. Well, that's that, guys. We finally got it done. I think we can officially declare August done now that we got that. I know we're 3 days late, but like that just seems about par for the course in terms of how insane and August has been. You know, so crazy. It took 3 extra days, but yeah, that's gonna be this is the final VKH live stream for the Labor Day weekend spectacular. And the only other stream we have left is the after hours, the after party. And I'm wondering what time we have that as. I should probably check that before I say I'll see you real quick, because if it's in 10 minutes, I may need to push back. I gotta eat. Yeah, this is a great way to end it. It was good, chilling, listening to a rock solid album, you know. I gotta say, man, like they make my job like so much easier than they could have, you know, because it's like, I've always kind of, and it's a little bit biased, but I've always kind of been a little wary about covering Osharike and Kirakirike, because it's like, on the one hand, you would have bands like Sug, right? And Sug is usually just consistently really solid, and like there's a lot of good things you can say about it. Even if I was someone that like wasn't into Sug at all, which I am into Sug, and I am into LMC, it's the kind of band that it's like, you can obviously point out that they're good. Even though they're playing really light music, really poppy music, that kind of stuff, that's not the same as it is here in the West, which is that if they're doing that here in the West, they've probably sold the fuck out, and it kind of sucks. Like, with like a 15-20% exception, right? It's just not like that in Japan. But with Osharike, there's a big risk for that. At least there was back in its heyday, and I my heyday was also around the time of the Osharike heyday in terms of like Visual K and, like exploring and discovering. And then you have like the Kira K kind of also has a similar risk. So whenever you're covering that, like a topic like that, and your audience has like members of their fan base and stuff, you want to be careful. Like you don't want to be critical. We will literally recuse ourselves from reviews, actually, sometimes, like at VKH. Like, we'll be like, I can't review this. I'm going to give it a negative review. And it's like an indie Osharike band, or like an indie, not even Oshari. It's like, it's an indie band. We're not going to give a detailed analytical takedown of this indie band's like album. It's punching down, So, we'll give it to someone who does like it, or who like understands it a bit more. And so they can like talk about it a bit more. So like what I would see as bad, they might see as like different. But like LM.C and Acme and all like these artists are just making it, Sleepyhead, they're just making it so that I like prioritizing it. Like, I don't have that caution anymore. Like, I'm not like, well, the last one was great, but you never know. Like, it's just like, it's like, Jesus Christ, this music is great. And so like, it's like, if I explain this to somebody who is into rock but not Japanese rock, they'll look at me like I'm crazy. And I'll have to be like, no, you don't understand. In Japan, they know how to walk this line. They know how to pull in like these different sounds and not screw everything up. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? There's no way that's possible. And then you show them stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's really good. Like, this is a really good thing. This month was a really busy, crazy month for a lot of us, I think. That's what I learned at our after hours stream, is it wasn't just me and Winona that were having crazy months. But it was a really important month for Visual K music. It's really good. And if you were going through something hard and difficult this month, then that means it was a really important month for you too. Because if you're still here, then you got through it, then you grew a lot too. So don't forget that. All right, let me read some of the chat. Let me double check Streamlabs. Okay, we caught up. And then let's check the chat. And, well, first let's double check that time slot. 10:30 VKH live after hours. I can do that if we wrap up in the next 5 minutes. I'll be good. Maybe Winona can join for that. Okay. Now let's check the chat, and then we'll be out of here, guys. All right. I'd rather see LM.C music on like My Hero Academia. Yeah, it makes more sense, right? Attack on Titan is just like, that's literally the last anime thing I've seen. Like last anime show, last anime episode. What the fuck is that fly doing in here? That's the biggest fly I've ever seen in my apartment. I'm gonna have to gonna have to hurt a creature in here after the stream. Well, LMFAO, I haven't watched it since the first season, but I guess it is topical. Yeah, that's me and my topical YouTuber Jeff DeWitt here, bringing you all the great references of the summer, all the hot slick internet references. Hello, Asian kids, Asian fan kids. Like, are you you like anime? You like Attack on Titan? You like K-pop? We think of this BTS guys, right? That's crazy. They're crazy. They're wild. I guess they could say hello, Asian kids, as well. But it's what is this cool new wave of like things from a different country going on? Hello, let me appeal to you. No, but I'm just a normie when it comes to anime, so that's kind of at the moment. So that's where I'm at, is Attack on Titan status. The anti-song like ones aren't my type, and I'd have to give them more listens. Yeah, that happened for me. I was a little bit like, this might be throwaway. It became less throwaway. It was an enjoyable first listen, and I really appreciate their experimentations on this. Really dig those. Yeah, they really went for it. Thank you so much, Jeff, says Claudia. Thank you, Claudia, for watching and supporting. I really appreciate it. God, like, it made me feel good. It made me feel really good. You guys are gonna break me one day. You and Gula have been like tag teaming at this. You're like timing it perfectly too. When you just drop these like super chats on, like, oh no, you're gonna. I thought I was invincible, like in terms of like your secret plan, but it might work. I'm feeling the pressure. Okay, so. I got to go after the stream. I may jump in if y'all are streaming after I get home. Yeah, I'm just going to be... It's kind of an eccentric rant. I'm just ranting about progressive metal as a bullshit genre name. At least, like, if you listen to music outside of the United States. I need, like, a week or two to decide what my favorite was for sure. Oh, yeah, so that's another thing is we're going to need to do ranking releases with the LM.C album at some point. So... guys, let me know, like, pile into the LM.C channel after this on our Discord, and let me know, like, if you're free for a stream next weekend, or if you're like free for a stream, if you need like another week, if you genuinely want like 2 weeks to rank stuff. We already did it once, so I figured like you would just be working in like feature sensation, but like I saw some of you guys were taking it, really seriously, and it's like, if you want like a whole week and a half or 2 weeks to like rank stuff, like I can do that for you, but let me know what days are best for you and stuff. Just post it in the LM.C thing, and I'll check it out. I'll try and make the after hours stream. I feel okay today. Okay, yeah. I hope you're feeling okay, Claudia. Yeah, sorry, I have this bad thing where if the username is different from the Discord name, it takes me eons to make the connection. Delta literally had to change her name so that I could do it properly, but yeah, I'm remembering. I hope you're feeling okay, Claudia. Same. I needed to give it a few listens to process the feel. Speaking of streams, damn it, Jeffrey, why didn't we get a Just Very Merry Unbirthday Bonanza stream? Because even on my unbirthday, the same thing happens that always happens, which is I have work to do, and so I cancel it, or I work through it. So I will. First of all, I'm copying that name, so don't forget. Just Very Merry Unbirthday Bonanza stream. Yeah, we'll do that. If not this coming weekend, then next weekend. Yeah. I've crossed the initial threshold, says Asuka. First listen, and I'll definitely listen to it more. Yeah, that's funny you bring that up, because I was talking about... That's a good way of saying it. I was trying to get that across in the Heavy K stream about like how hard it was for me to get through a couple of those albums, Threshold is a good way of describing it. Like, I would say, yeah, like first listen Threshold or something like that. I like that. I might steal that. Because like for Dimlim, I would argue you need like a listen and a half or 2.5 listens before it really opens up, for example. And then for crazy, diverse like albums that are just full of diverse sounds, like this album or Ninth, you gotta play it like I played it 5-6 times in a row while I was reviewing it like it was nothing. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't like I'm doing extra homework. It's like, no, it's just got to be like that for me to get through all of it. Insert Steve Buscemi voice here. Hello, my fellow kids. You are very encouraging, Jeff. It has been a hard month. Thanks. He looks like a teddy bear too. Extra mood lift. Yeah, that's the baby fat. It's like the face fat. It gives me the teddy bear vibe. And the bad posture, which I'm working on next. It's the last place of the pudge that wants to leave my body as I finally like unlocked the ability to get in shape, but they just want me to keep my baby face. They want me to keep getting ID'd at bars. They want and then I walk to work, because I live near everything, so I put everything in a backpack, so everyone assumes I'm in school, like in college. So, Jeff's breaking my heart. Fuck. Well, you guys are warming my heart. This has been very fun. Very good love fest. Very good. Great way to honor LM.C. Great way to honor the great 8/8 release date. Great way to honor August Anarchy. It's been great. So yeah. With all that, I'm gonna go ahead and peace out. And you guys take it easy. We're going to have so much more content because it's not going to be insane in September, but God knows there's plenty of things to discuss. So, just for more dope-ass content, keep it locked here to VKH Press and VKH Live. So, peace out.